How can we develop the national advocacy and influencing agenda for the Giving for Change program? This is a critical question that the Giving for Change partners reflected on during the interviews that were conducted on the sidelines of the Giving for Change National Advocacy and Influencing Workshop that was hosted by Africa Philanthropy Network in South Africa. Good morning. May you kindly introduce yourself?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Stigmata Tenga. I'm working with Africa Philanthropy Network.
And what is it that you do at APN? What is the focus of the organization?
The organization is focusing on promoting the culture and practices that are in the continent to do with the development of philanthropy, aiming to ensure that philanthropy is becoming a key strategy to support national development in the continent.
Yeah. And today we are here talking about the Giving for Change program, specifically the National Advocacy and Influencing Workshop. Can you just give us an overview? What is that about and why is it important for APN or the Giving for Change partners to be focusing on advocacy?
No, Giving for Change, even by its name, it's a program which is looking to change and bring radical change in the way development aid is done. And within that program, we realize that there is a lot to do with the way legal and regulatory framework can support the development of philanthropy in different countries. But also there is a lot to do with also the mindset and the cultures of people in our continent to continue giving, because giving has always been part of our living. But now with the globalization and urbanization, the culture is, fading away. We don't give more structurally as we used to give before. So the workshop is looking into how we can reflect on the context within which the Giving for Change program partners are implementing their program, and see how that context is influencing either positively or negatively their work towards promoting community philanthropy and developing community philanthropy. And in fact, we are really looking to also see that as a way of building resilience, we are able to mobilize more resources domestically.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I think it will be very crucial for us to hear from the partners themselves so that we really understand the context that they are working in. But I know you have carried out some baseline studies. Are there any issues that you'd want to raise just on top of your head?
No, thank you for reminding me about the baseline studies. And in fact, we carried those baseline studies with a very strong collaboration with all our partners in their countries. And the baseline studies are the really basis on the work that we are doing here. When we carry those baseline studies, we realize that there are so many areas of policy concern if we really want philanthropy to thrive, especially in the continent. And we were able to categorize those areas into 5 main areas. So the entire spectrum of the way civil society organization, including philanthropy support actors, are registered. It is an area that require a better environment. And the area of taxation, it's an area that also require attention, so that more people, more private sector would give, even to civil society, to do their work, because then there is no incentives in the tax incentive for people who would like to give for public interest in the continent. The third one is the entire area of resource mobilization. Most of the civil society organizations, including philanthropy support actors, do mobilize resources to do their work externally and internally. And those areas, again, they also require attention for us to be able to even mobilize more and better resources to build the resilience of civil society organizations at a community level, and also to communicate with our states, so that they can either help us to strengthen our stakeholder discussions around the issue, or they can really help us to create an enabling environment for civil society and philanthropy support actors to do their work. Another area is around policy engagement. We have seen from the study that less and less people's voices are included in different policies. So policies are not really socially responsive. So that is another area. And the last one is, and this is very much related to the civic space and the shrinking of the civic space, is the mushrooming of a number of laws and legislations. And those laws and registrations are accompanied by government oversight. So we really also need to work with the governments and other actors who are holding power to see to it that we as civil society and other public actors understand about those laws. But on the other side, the law enforcers also help us to give us a chance to implement those laws, other than enforcing the laws that most of us do not know about or are not aware about. So you see, most of us are falling into trouble, for example, with tax laws, where most of the civil society organizations are required to pay tax on their incomes through grants and donation. But most of us do not know that. We are always caught when audits are taking place. So those are 5 areas which we believe need to be worked on. We need to create dialogue with the government and all other power holders to see that the taxation, the enabling environment around all that is there for philanthropy to thrive. Because we believe that once we are able to develop philanthropy, most of our countries will benefit. We have a lot of resources, rampant resources in the continent, people and natural resources in the continent. And there is no reason why we should fall short of potential for us to transform and enable the diverse lives to be able to attain and do what they want, and also for us to really achieve the Africa we want.
Thank you so much. That was Dr. Stigmata Tenga from the African Philanthropy Network, really emphasizing that if we give, then we can also attain the Africa that we want. Thank you so much.